is Lance, your Sacramento private investigator and process server. And you're on a process server training ride along. We've got some documents that we need to serve today. We're going to go try to serve these divorce papers. If you went on the ride along yesterday, you would have went with us when we had tried to serve the divorce papers. We're going to try again today. And then we got to go to my niche location, a corporation service company doing business as CSC lawyers, to serve us a couple sets of documents when we get there. And then once we're done there, we're going to be building, in the next few days, we're going to build another process server niche website. So I want to go get some images. Hey, Ghost, what's going on? I want to get some images of the stuff that's on the door. The business name and everything and the address. So I'm gonna go take some pictures so that I'll have some content to put on my website for my niche marketing as a process server for that specific location. So everybody put a comment in where you're from, if you're a process server, and see what's going on with it. So we are on our way to go serve some documents, some divorce papers. And this location has a fenced yard, and it's a house that's in the back of another house, so you can't even get inside. So we have the party's phone number, so we'll call them when we get there to see if they'll answer the phone, and we'll text them. But they didn't answer the phone yesterday, and they didn't respond to any texts. So we'll see what happens today. But this will be our second attempt to try to serve these documents at this location. This will be our second attempt. Okay, this will be our second attempt to try to serve these documents at this location. So thank you for watching. I'm your Sacramento private investigator and process server. Let's see, is anything any different? Nope, still the same, still the same. We can park right here in the shade, right in front of the house. Just in case he comes out. All right, we're serving some family law papers. We're serving some family law papers. It's a summons FL 110, a petition for marriage and domestic partnership that we're serving. But some family law papers. So I served a female this morning. Says, thank God that hold on a second, it's hard to read it. Okay, good. You served them. How'd you get the client? How'd you get the client? Because that's what I always want to know. What did you have to do to get that client? Yeah. I always want to know, what do you have to do to get that client here? So let's see here. I'm trying to get my phones and all set up here. So just bear with me for a minute. A website direct. Okay. Hello, everybody that's watching. I'm Lance, your Sacramento private investigator and process server. And we are out here trying to serve. There's somebody outside right now. This might be the guy. Hold on, let me turn this camera around so you can see. What's his name? that person said that the person I'm trying to serve is in Georgia and he won't be back for a couple weeks. Won't be back for a couple weeks. So what we'll do is we will, on our process serving software, we will, let's see here. Okay, yeah, what we'll do in our process serving software, we'll put in here that somebody came out and said that this person was in Georgia. So that's one of the things we're gonna do. So let me get my phone situated. Just bear with me for a minute. Okay, so we got to go on our process serving software here and we can log in the attempt. So we're here in Sacramento trying to serve these documents. We click new attempt. There goes the police. Where are they going? Hello, I'm your Sacramento private investigator and process server. So we're on our process serving software. We choose what happened. So it was an unsuccessful attempt. And then we're just going to put contacted a male with a gray beard in front of the house as he was leaving and said the party to be served was in Georgia. Said party to be served was in Georgia. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Okay, and so it's choose photo or a file. So we're going to actually take a picture of the place. So we're going to take a picture of the place. So we take our camera app, take a picture, boop. Hit OK. So now that uploads the image into the record that shows that we were out here. And then we save the job, and then what'll happen is the client will get an email notifying them that we made an attempt to serve these documents. And so that's one of the benefits of having a process server software, is that it keeps your clients in the loop on what's going on, and it's great when reference to filling out proof of service forms, because it automatically pre-populates all the data that's required with the case number. Because what will happen is somebody will hire me, they'll give me a copy of the documents with instructions. So I have to go into my process server software, enter the client's information with their address and phone number and name. I got to enter the court name, address. I enter the plaintiff, the defendant, the recipient, who's supposed to receive the documents. And I also put in the address for service or process, and then I list all of the documents that are being served. Like on this case, it's a property declaration, FL 160, a financial statement, FL 155, a declaration disclosure, FL 140, a summons, FL 110, a petition for marriage and domestic partnership is a FL 100, a family law case cover sheet and certification of grounds for assignment. So we put all those lists into our process server software. And then when it comes time to do the proof of service form, it already has all the information in it, and that makes it super simple. So let's see what kind of comments we got here. Any kind of things here? Here we go. It says, I have websites set out for the 4 areas that I cover. I take work from lawyer businesses and the public direct. I do a lot of divorce papers and restraining orders. Okay, so you have multiple websites. That's what I recommend that you do, because I have multiple websites as well. And I target niches, which is basically a location that gets lots of serves. So like we're on our way to Corporation Service Company. They're a registered agent, and they get served all day, because that's all that they do is take service or process for thousands of companies like Facebook, Google, Airbnb, Wells Fargo, Vanguard. I mean, the list goes on and on. And so what happens is I'll build websites and make content around serving those locations. And then I get calls from mostly lawyers, paralegals, legal assistants, and some pro per clients who need documents served at that location. And so that's how I niche market my process server business. And I don't do any direct contact where I'm trying to solicit business from people or law firms. That is one way that you can get business, is going passing out business cards to law firms in your area, letting them know you're a process server. You could send them some direct mail, letting them know you're a process server. But one of the ways that I do solicit to businesses, but I'm not directly contacting them that way, is I will go to LinkedIn and then just connect with I'll do a search for lawyers, paralegals, or legal assistants in my state, because those are usually the ones that are calling me to hire me. So I'll send them a connection request, and then once I'm connected, I post daily on LinkedIn and I'm basically posting my journey. So when I'm out serving things and people and businesses, I'll make a video and upload that into my YouTube channel, and then I'll also make a small article and put that onto my LinkedIn profile that says, do you need to serve documents to Wells Fargo Bank in Sacramento? ? My name is Lance Casey, and I'm a Sacramento process server, and I was hired by a law firm in Los Angeles, California today to serve a summons and complaint to Wells Fargo Bank, located at their registered agent, Corporation Service Company, doing business as CSC Lawyers, incorporating service in Sacramento. CSC Lawyers is located in the 2710 Gateway Oaks Drive, Suite 150 in Sacramento, California 95833. If you need to serve documents to CSC Lawyers, click the following link. And I just put the URL to my website that has the order form to order service or process. And I post that on LinkedIn. And I do that every day for the different businesses that I'm serving. And so what'll happen is LinkedIn will show your posts to people that you're connected with. Not all of them won't get it, but some of them will. And then eventually, the more that you do it, the more opportunity that you have for people on LinkedIn to see that you're a process server and that you serve this specific registered agent or this specific business. And that's one way that you can get clients, because I get clients, I get clients from LinkedIn who will message me on LinkedIn. Hey, I see you're a process server. Can you serve this company at this location? And I said, yes, because that's what I do. That's one way to get your business from LinkedIn. And so another way that you can, that I used to get business before I started marketing myself with a bunch of my websites started kicking in, is I would go to the small claims court and get the brand new cases that were just filed, and it was all on computers in their lobby, so it was pretty simple. And I would take a picture of the page 2 of the small claims document, which lists the plaintiff's name, address, and phone number. And then I would just go out into the parking lot and call them all. And says, hey, my name is Lance, I'm a process server. I see you filed some documents today. If you'd like to get them served or have any questions about serving your documents, I can help you. And I would get 2 or 3 a day by doing that direct contact with people. Now, The key was you had to get them when they were just filed. That was the key. You had to get them when they were just filed, because most people will go to the sheriff's department to have them served. So if you file your documents at the court, they give you your file back, says now you got to get them served. They would go to the sheriff's civil division to get them served. But if they didn't make it there yet, and I'm calling them on the phone, says, hey, I'll do it for you. I'll come pick them up and go serve them for you. They're like, oh, really? And then, and I'll go on the weekends and at night and early in the morning when the sheriff is only going to go Monday through Friday. And if the person's not home because they're working, they're not going to get served. And so that was one of the benefits that I would offer people. And so that's one of the ways to get your business. But because of COVID, they closed the office down, so you can't get in there to get access to those records anymore. And it's not online yet where you can actually view the newest filings, but you have to check with your county to see if you can get access to the most recent filings. Because if you can get a hold of the plaintiff's information, their phone number and their address, you could, because I would send direct mail to them as well. And they would call me, lots of times if the person couldn't get served and the court date would come up and they would, basically reschedule it and they have to send somebody else to get them served. Then they would call me and says, hey, I got your postcard. The sheriff went to the address. The person doesn't live there anymore. What do we do? And as a process server, you get access to databases that are private investigator type databases that you can subscribe to, where you can do what's called a skip trace search. That is an additional income source because I charge to do skip trace searches. So I'll charge them $75 for a skip trace search if I can find a new address. And then I still charge them $150 to go serve the documents at that address. So that's like an upsell, to help your clients get the documents, so they can get them served. Because process serving there's just an unlimited supply of clients, literally unlimited. Have you just do a search at your courthouse to see how many cases are filed every day? And all those cases have to be served. All of them have to be served. I mean, in Sacramento alone, you've got family law court, you've got probate court, you've got small claims court, you've got eviction court, you've got civil court. That's 5 courts. 5 courts, okay, 5. Each one has cases that are filed every day. And every case that is filed has to be served on the other party. And what that is called is, let me get this legal disclaimer out. I'm not an attorney. This is not legal advice. You need an attorney, you need to find one. There it is. Okay. But so basically, you have to notify the other party that they're involved in the lawsuit or the criminal action. You have to be notified. And that's called service of process. And in most, California specifically, but most states is basically the same concept, is service of process can be done by a person that's over the age of 18 that's not a party to the case. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a process server, it doesn't have to be the sheriff, but over the age of 18, not a party to the case. That's what service of process is. But, you got to be careful just trying to have one of your relatives do it, because they might do it wrong, not know the paperwork to fill out. So a lot of people go to the sheriff's department, but the sheriff's department is backed up. They're only going to go Monday through Friday, 8, 9 to 4, or whatever. Or you can get a process server to do it. Now, the key is getting those clients. So as a process server, I want them calling me to go serve their documents. And they find me online to do that. And so, now California is like, what do you have to do to become a process server in California? California, you have to register to become a processor, register as a process server. That's done at your local recorder's office of your county. So the recorder's office has an application for process server, and then you fill that form out, and then you also have to get a live scan fingerprint. You got to get live scanned. You got to get a process server bond, and you have to get the little passport photo. And once you submit all that and your fingerprints come back, now you're a registered process server. So technically, you're a registered process server. But if you don't know what you're doing, it's just a registration. There's no certification required from California. There's nothing. It's just you're a process server. Now it's up to you to figure it out. Well, you don't have to figure it out on your own, because I created a course that can teach you how to become a process server and what a process server does. you can learn who to serve, and how to fill out the paperwork. In the description below, there's a link to my website, Process Server Training, where number one, I'll give you a free ebook on how to become a process server, and then there's also a link to my process server training course where I can teach you online who to serve, how to serve, and how to fill out the paperwork. And then once you complete the course, I'll give you a short little one-on-one session where I'll show you the steps in order to get process server clients, because that's the hard part, getting those clients. And then the rules and regulations for process serving that I cover in the course are specifically for California, but most states are basically the same. But it's left up to you in your state to figure out what the law is for a process server and what it takes to become a process server in your state. Like in Texas, you have to take a course from a certified process server training course that's certified for Texas. I'm not certified for Texas, so my course doesn't apply towards that, but my course is basically a hands-on course that I used to do in person before COVID. I used to, you come to my office and we'd have a course, and then we would actually, instead of doing this ride along like this, you'd be sitting right here. And then we would go serving, because you're a process, I'd make sure you're a process server. You would be the one to go serve. And then we get back to the office and I'd help you, show you how to fill the paperwork out. So it's like one-on-one, but I try to create this course and then I do these videos, these live streams to kind of show you, it's kind of to do the one-on-one. So if you got questions, you ask them in the comments. And then when I, if I'm driving, I won't be able to do it. But when I get back, I'll be able to look and then at the comments and then, answer any specific questions you have about becoming a process server. And so, you're gonna need once you become a process server, you're gonna need a website. I mean, that's just a given, because that's how people find you online. You need to be registered in all kinds of business directories. You need to be registered in process server directories like ServeNow, and I've got some, my own. You got to be in Yelp, Yellow Pages. You got to get a Google My Business listing, and these are all the things that I'll work with you once you take the course, to help you, give you an idea, to help you set it. Now you're gonna have to set it up yourself, but I'll give you pointers, because like setting up your process server business, you want to do it right from the beginning, because the whole goal is you want to get clients to find you online, because all the people, literally people find me on Google. That's how they're finding my business, is on Google. They're gonna search for something on Google and they're gonna find me on Google. Okay. Pandemic visiting lawyers has become more difficult. Digital marketing is the only way forward. This is what I'm learning from you. It is. Digital marketing is the way to go. It's the way to go, literally, because you can't go in offices nowadays. And so if you want people calling you, you're going to have to they got to find you online. And who are they searching for? They're searching Google, Bing, Yahoo. They're searching YouTube. They're searching Facebook. Literally, those are the search engines that they're looking for. Like how to serve Wells Fargo. They'll search a search engine, how to serve Wells Fargo. And that's where you would come up. Your information would come up, and then they would call you, because you'll have a link to your website or your phone number listed, and they'll call you, and then you get the sale. And then people, they ask me, how much do process servers make? Well, you got to do some competition analysis in your area to see what people are charging, what process servers are charging. And what I recommend, whatever the highest one is, charge more. Charge more. Literally, charge more. If they're charging $120 to serve somebody, charge $125. Because the hardest part is get them to call you in the first place. They're really not shopping for prices, because they're from out of town. They're always from out of town, and they need documents served. And if your website shows up in the first position, and then your second website shows up in the second position, and your third website shows up in the third position, and you've taken over, you do some of the steps I show you with our little consultation, and you take over the first page, then guess what? They're going to hire you to do the work. And so $25 isn't going to kill it. Now, if everybody charging $100 and you're charging $350, you probably won't get it. But just charge more money, because the hardest part is getting that phone to ring, or have them fill out that contact form on your website is the hardest part. That's literally the hardest part. And so let me do a Google search and give you a kind of an example of what I'm talking about. So let me see here. So one of my niches is serving corporation service company doing business as CSC lawyer. So what'll happen, this is how it normally works. A person wants to serve a corporation. They go to the California Secretary of State's website, and then they'll search for that corporation to find out who their registered agent is. So they'll go to that page for their registered agent, and it'll have the registered agent's name listed as for that company. They'll copy that, and then they'll search Google for that specific name. And then when they do that, my website shows up, because I build my website so that it targets those specific terms that they're searching for. So let me type in CSC Lawyers Incorporating Service. I don't know if you can see it, but CSC Lawyers Incorporating Service, the first thing is an ad. And then you've got the first website that shows up, that's an organic listing, is my website. Second website that shows up, organic listing, is my website. Third listing that shows up, organic listing, is my website. And I don't know if you can see it, but the URL to this website is the address of the property. That's my little trick. The URL is the actual address of the property, because people will type the address in, or directions to, and then it's easy to rank for that address. And then the next one up here is their website. So I actually outrank the actual company. Okay, and now the next one down, my website. And I don't know if you can see this one. What's the URL? lancecasey.com. That's another one of my websites. And then it's my competition. There's my competition. So they're low on the page. I'm up at the top of the page. So I go here every day. Every day I go to CSC Lawyers. Every day. Because it's easy to rank for one. And people need to serve that location all the time. So I'm there every day serving documents. Was there a comment? Do you use a platform like Hootsuite to manage all your social media in one place? I use Hootsuite, yes. I use Hootsuite. Yes, I use Hootsuite. And to post to multiple platforms. I did that when I sent this link out for this live stream. I did it, and I sent it out to what was it, LinkedIn, Facebook page, or to a Facebook group. Twitter wouldn't let me do it because I had too many characters, because you got to play around with it. And then basically that's how I sent it out to but yes, I do use Hootsuite. And I'm, eventually I'm gonna have a link to Hootsuite, how to sign up for it. I'm gonna do some courses also, some videos on how to use Hootsuite for your process serving business, because it makes it super easy versus having to make 10 posts. You go to Hootsuite, enter it once, and it shoots it out to 10 different places. That's the benefit about it. So yes, I do use Hootsuite. I recommend Hootsuite big time. Hootsuite it saves me so much time and effort. But another thing I do as a process server, check this out. Every time somebody pays for one of my invoices, so they called me, they ordered some service, they paid for it, I have a integration between my email marketing software and QuickBooks, is who I do my payments through, that automatically puts their email into my email marketing software. And then they start getting follow-up emails, because repeat customers are so much easier to keep than trying to get a new customer. And so they'll get emails because I've already put the emails in, hey, thank you for ordering your service from us, da 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 da. And then a couple days later, they get something else. Hey, if you ever need to do da 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 da, and then a couple days later, they get another one. Hey, we love referrals. If you can refer somebody, da 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 da, we'll give you some money off. Da 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 da. So I have a series of emails that I pre-populated this email marketing software into, and then it keeps them in the loop. And it's funny because I'll just get an email from one of my prior clients, and they're responding to the auto respond. Turn the air conditioner up high. Turn it up high. But yeah, my phone got too hot. But yeah, so I integrate QuickBooks with my email marketing software. The link is in the description for the Process Server email marketing software. It's in the description. So you can sign up. I get a little affiliate if you use it, and you got to create the emails, and you have to so you got to write the emails out in advance, and then you get to schedule how soon do they get it. If you want it to go right away or every day, things like that. And so, those are the part of the part of being a business owner. But the point is that marketing to those clients who are already your clients, keeping them in the loop, and asking referrals is great, because I get them coming back with 2 or 3 at a time, and they don't even really care about the price because they've already paid it. And if they need a rush job, I add $100 to rush a job. Literally, I add $100. You want it rushed? It's extra $100, and they pay it. Yeah, they pay it. What was the question here? Yeah, I don't really have a marketing software that I use. I just build websites and make YouTube videos. And build content on LinkedIn and other social media platforms. That's how I market my business. And like today, we're gonna go. I'm gonna let this phone cool down some, and then we're gonna start driving. And I'm gonna keep you on the live while I go serve these documents. And so I like the likes. If you can like the video and share it or whatnot, and comment, I appreciate that, because that helps the algorithm. Because my goal is I want to teach as many people how to become process servers, because there's plenty of business for process servers. There's plenty of business, and I can train you who to serve, how to serve, and how to fill out the paperwork. And if you want a copy of my ebook, down in the description, I give you a free ebook on how to become a process server. And there's also a link to my course on if you want to learn how to become a process server. I got an online training course as well. And then make sure you join my Facebook groups, because I share tips on there on how to do the job, and I also share marketing tips as well on my Facebook groups for your process server business. And then here's the key: I get cases that I don't handle because they're in other locations. Somebody will hire me to serve something in New Mexico. I'm gonna take the job. I'm gonna charge them $250, and then I'm gonna go to my network of process servers, either taking my course or they're in my network, and says, hey, who's in New Mexico wants to get this served? And then I give it to somebody in one of my network, and then we split the money 50-50. So you'll get 125, I'll get 125. You go serve it, complete a proof of service form, give it, send it to the client, and email me a copy of it, and we both make money on the deal. So that's one of the benefits of being in my network, because I get calls all the time, because I market serving nationwide, basically. Because I have process server directories, and what that does is it's a listing of, you get to list what areas that you serve, and you can choose the area. And so I get calls all over the nation wanting to get documents served, especially at these registered agent locations that I go to, because I market serving those registered agents, and they have those agents nationwide in every state. Like every state has a corporation service company. Because Wells Fargo does business in every state. And so we serve Wells Fargo in every state, but I would just subcontract it to somebody that's in that local jurisdiction that could serve those documents. Okay. But yeah, so for those that are new, I've been serving documents. I'm a private investigator, and I've been serving documents since 2001. I was a police officer before, left the force, after I got my private investigator license, and I started doing work for defense attorneys. And they started asking me to go serve people for them, which were witnesses that they wanted to come to court. And I was like, okay, well, let me start serving some people. And then I was like, well, you know, what does a process server do? And I started researching and contacting, interviewing process servers. And I was like, okay, well, let me try to get work just serving people. And literally, I make more now as a process server than I do as a private investigator. And it's so much easier as a process server because you go serve the documents, you fill out a proof of service form, and you're done. Literally, you're done. As a private investigator, you got to write up reports, you got to interview witnesses, you got to go to court, you know, and the attorney might have only paid you $500, and you're like, okay, well, it's good money, but all I got to do is 3 serves, and I got $500. 3 serves, you know what I mean? 3 serves, I got $500. You know, so some process servers, you can get a job like working for a company or subcontracting for some of these large firms, but they don't pay nothing. These are some of these ABC legal, you know, there's Alphabet company, you know, ABC, D, E, F, G companies and all this other stuff that are process serving firms. You know, they're charging, I think, $65 to the client, and then you get $25 or $30. I'm not leaving the house for $30. No, I'd rather work on my own, go knocking on attorneys' doors, passing out my card. Literally, you could go to the courthouse if it's open, and then you can, you know, just, you know, looking for attorneys at the courthouse records, trying to find clients at the courthouse records, and reaching out to them directly to get your own clients, because your own clients are going to pay you more money. You know, because like my rates in California, my basic rates to serve a registered agent, which is 1 trip, I charge $125 for 1 trip. Now, if you wanted divorce papers served, like this location we're at right here, let me turn it around. Turn around, camera. Like we're here to serve some divorce papers. This person's not home, and we can't get access besides the gate. Somebody did come out here earlier and was leaving, and they said that the person was out of town. And so we're just you know, the clients, they pay us to make attempts. There's no guarantee that the documents will be served. So they're paying us to make attempts. So we just made another attempt. We log it in their software, and then they get an email letting us know what happened. And I put a little note that said the person's out of town, so they'll get that. And then I make 1 more attempt. You get 3 attempts, it's $150. Restraining orders, I charge more. I charge $250 for restraining orders here in my town. And that's domestic violence, civil harassment, elder abuse, and workplace violence. Those are the types of restraining orders that I get. Now, you may have a different rate in your area, and you may not be able to get $250, or you might be able to get more, but that's my rate, and it's on my websites. So if a person's calling me about serving a restraining order, there's no dispute on the price because they've already seen it. So, you know, if they're calling me about it, I'm most likely going to get the job. You know, because they're really not price shopping. Because if they're, you know, because I put my prices on the website so that there's no misunderstandings. Because I don't want you calling me, well, how much do you charge for this? Well, you should know because it's on the website. And then, but you know, you can get a job working for, you know, one of them other companies if you want, but I won't. And let's see here. Any questions? Anybody have any questions about process serving? Let me see. Okay, so I appreciate you. If you do me a favor, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we post additional content. Because I'm going to be posting some videos for marketing your business also on this channel, because that's the hardest part. I'm going to be posting some content for marketing your business. So now we've got to go serve, what have we got left here? This was the divorce. We've got to go serve a summons and complaint to, this is actually a repeat serve because they forgot to give us some documents. It's funny. They forgot to give us the documents, some of the documents. So when they got my proof of service form, they're like, well, you didn't check this box for this document. Well, we never received that document to serve. So they had to pay again. And we printed it out, so we're going to CHBR Investments LLC at their registered agent, Corporation Service Company, doing business as CSC Lawyers Incorporated Service. So that's our next stop. So we're going to try to put the camera in a different holder this time and see if it won't overheat us. Don't get overheated. Did I hit the emergency key or something? because it started dialing phone numbers and the police was coming, I guess. Let me get out of here. Okay, so we're on our way now to Corporation Service Company doing business as CSC Lawyers Incorporating Service. So we got to serve them, and then we got to serve OnStar LLC. They're getting served also. OnStar LLC. So put my glasses on and let's get on the road. OnStar LLC. You know, let me put this in a different spot. Let's try to put it back up here again. OnStar LLC. We're not going to be in the sun. We're going to be driving. So hopefully, let me turn the air conditioner up. OnStar LLC. That's who we're serving as well. So we'll come back this weekend and try to serve this one more time. And if he's not here, he's not here. But if you're just joining, my name is Lance. I'm a California private investigator and process server. If you could do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. Click the bell notification so you can get notified when I'm going to post videos. But this is a ride along where you're out here with me in the field serving documents. We just tried to serve a divorce papers, but the party wasn't home. And so now we're on our way to go serve OnStar LLC. And then we've got another one to some investment group. We're going to serve them at their registered agent corporation service company doing business as CSC Lawyer. If you're making comments, I appreciate it. I'll be able to, once I stop, I'll be able to look at it and read it, but I'm not going to try to read it while I'm driving. And so, you know, people want to know, you know, what does a process server do? Well, we provide service of process. And service of process is where you're notifying another party that they're involved in a court action. And so process servers perform that notification when we serve documents to the other party. And so one of the things I do is people hire me to and when I'm delivering them, I have certain kind of steps that you have to follow, because there's only certain kind of serves. You've got service, you know, of process in person, substituted service, you've got service by mail, and service by posting. And so you got to know which one you're doing. You know, I let the client tell which one that they want, and as long as it follows the rules, you know, I'll do it for them. Like what we're doing now is we're serving. It's got to be personal service on their registered agent. And so we're on our way now to the registered agent to go deliver these documents. And each one, you know, this is my rate. Each one paid me $125 to go drop these documents off, and they get one trip. One trip. And this is one of my niche locations. I call my process niches because I like to go, you know, take multiple documents to one location. Multiple documents to one location. I go here every day. I'm here every day. Yep. So I'm gonna stop at a drive-thru because I didn't bring any water. So I'm gonna go get me a iced tea from McDonald's here real quick, so I'll be able to read your comments if you made any comments in the video. Is anybody here a process server already? Or are you thinking about becoming one? Yeah, I've got 2 to serve here today at the registered agent's location. Did we get 2 more coming in? Because I haven't looked at my emails to see if I got, you know, because my assistant, what she'll do is she'll send me an email saying send this person an invoice or send this person an invoice, and I haven't looked at it to see. And so we'll look at it once we get pulled over to see if we have another one to serve. Golden Arches. Haven't been to this McDonald's in a long time. Hey everybody, this is Lance, your Sacramento private investigator and process server. We're on our way in a drive-through to get us something to drink because I'm thirsty. Not getting a sweet tea because I don't need all that sugar. I'm just gonna get an iced tea. Just gonna get an iced tea. These pictures here, they make this food look enticing, but I try not to eat like this anymore. I try to eat healthy. Yeah, I try to eat healthy now. Yeah, we're on our way to go serve now a registered agent now, because California and basically every state. Now I'm not legal. Here's a disclaimer: I'm not an attorney. This is not legal advice. If you need an attorney, you need to get you one. I'm just sharing my experiences. Corporations and LLCs, when they're formed, they have to assign a person or a business to accept service of process. Service of process is when a party's involved in a lawsuit and they need to be notified. So they're given a copy of the documentation that they're involved in a lawsuit. So like Facebook, Wells Fargo, what's where we going? OnStar, they've all appointed a registered agent to accept service of process. The location we're going to is Corporation Service Company, doing business as CSC Lawyers Incorporating Service. They're registered as a 1505 corporation in California, which makes their registered agent company. We're going to deliver the documents to them, and then what they do is they then deliver those documents to the company that they work for.
Hello, Mr. Jordan.
Can I get a large iced tea?
Sweet tea?
Unsweetened?
Large unsweetened tea?
Yes.
Got that?
That's it.
All right, it's all good. The first one does. Give me one and nine.
Okay. And so that's crazy, because if I was getting a soda, I get a large soda, and it's cheaper than water. It's cheaper than water. Wow. And so this location that we're going to, Corporation Service Company, is a 1505 corporation, and we're delivering the documents to them. Now, when the 1505 corporation is basically a form, a Secretary of State form that they fill out, they have to identify people that work for them that can accept the documents. So there's a list of probably 30 names that's on their certificate. And then what happens is that person is normally, one of those people will be at the front desk. So when I go in to Secretary or to Corporation Service Company, they have a basically an inbox. I put the documents in the inbox, and they have a computer that little tablet where I put in, when your first time you go, you got to register your name, your email, and what you are, and your address and phone number. So every time I go in now, I type in my name, and then it brings it up. Says, "Is this you?" I say yes, and then I tell them what I'm doing, and I click a button, and that logs that I was there. And then what I'll do, when the person that's at the front desk will have their name tag on the front desk. So I'll write that down on the file. You know, I'll write their name on this file, and then when I go out to the car, I'll get on my phone and then I'll log into my process server software and enter the serve in the software. And then that'll then send, yeah, the course is all online. Yes, it's all online. Yes. But after you take the course, I'll work with you one-on-one to help you come up with how to market your business, because that's the hardest part. But after this, so that when I fill out the software online on my phone, it'll email the client a copy of the that I served the documents. And then when I go back and I fill out the proof of service form, I just click a few buttons and it pre-populates the form with all the information on it. That's why I love that process server software. It's awesome. And when you sign up for my course, I give you access to the software. And then there's also some training that's off that I offer to show you how to fill that software out. But that saves you so much time and effort and bookkeeping. I mean, it even sends out invoices if you want. It'll even send out your invoice.
Untweety?
Yes, unsweet.
By any chance you have some answers? Because I got like no
I got 7.
Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Didn't want to keep you waiting because those are big orders.
Okay, thank you. All right. Got our order. Let's get on to cold. Phone overheated again. I apologize for that. I'm trying to get these live streams the best way I can, but I want to share as much information as I can with you on how you can become a process server. If you're new and you want to get a copy of my ebook on how to become a process server, there's a link in the description, and just give me your email and I'll give you a free copy of that book. Free copy of that. So we're on our way now, back driving again to go serve these documents to this registered agent, corporation service company doing this as CSC lawyers. We just stopped and got us a little iced tea. We are on our way. See it turn in front of me. Why does my signal keep dropping? Okay, let's hope this signal stays with us again. We're on our way to serve some documents. I have the worst luck with these live streams. Man. Maybe I need to change service providers. I have the worst luck with these live streams. got somebody pulled over. Having issues with these live streams, but hey, well, thank you for watching. We are now almost to our location where we're gonna go serve these documents to these corporations or LLCs, basically the same thing. We're gonna serve OnStar at their registered agent, a corporation service company doing business as CSC Lawyers Incorporating Service. So basically that's what we do. We drive through town, drop off documents, log in our process server software, fill out a little paperwork, and they pay us hundreds of dollars for that. And you could become a process server because there's unlimited business, unlimited. Just think of how many times people are going to court, literally, how many times people are going to court. And every case is filed has to be served. Every case is filed in court has got to be served in the other party, and that could be you. You could be the one they hire to go serve those documents. And in California, all you got to do is register. You go to your local recorder's office, fill out some paperwork, an application, get a live scan fingerprint, get your a process server bond, and get a passport photo and pay the fee. It's about $300, $350 total. Become a process server in California, and you're a process server. And then you just got to get some training. I got a training course. Down in the description of this video is a training course where I can teach you how to be a process server, who to serve, and how to fill out the paperwork. And then, you take my course and I'll help you set your business up. Once you're done, set your business up for success. So you can get people calling you directly that need their documents served. Because that's the key, is getting those clients. And I get 100% of my clients online. 100% of my clients find me on the internet, and then they'll call me. And so that's the key, is setting your business up from the beginning on how to get your clients. So if you want to become a process server in any other state besides California, you have to do it. Some states require a course by a certified training company. Some states you just say you're a process server. Some states you got to get certified, so you got to find out what the rules are for your specific state. And then once you get become a process server there, you take my course. It teaches you the ins and outs of service or process. Because service or process, you've got personal service, you've got substituted service, you've got service by mail, you've got service by posting. And each one has rules that's specifically towards it that you got to follow. And and then once you serve, you fill out a proof of service form, and I teach you how to fill that out in my course as well. And the link to my course is down below in the description. But if you just want a copy of my ebook, I'm gonna give that to you for free. How to become a process server is down in the description. Copy of my ebook. How to become a process server. Super. You get that ebook, you can download it for free. So we just pulled up to let me turn the camera around here, just make it so you guys can see it. Here we go. This is where we're going. Corporation Service Company doing business as CSC Lawyer. This is the building. This is where we go. We go inside, we fill out a little form on their little computer, and then we log the person's name down, that we gave it to, and then we're done. It's that easy. It's that easy. So we're gonna see if we can get a spot up front here. No spot up front. Find us a little parking spot. 5-minute parking. This is where the process servers park. I got cars on each side of me. Those are process servers also. Okay, so let's go through our chats. Let's see here. How do you serve an address that is listed where the person who answers is the wrong address? Well, is that the person? Because sometimes people will lie and say it's not them. So I try to get a photograph of the person that's supposed to serve or the description. And if they don't match that description, or I can't be 100% sure that it is actually them, then I just log that in my process server software so that the client gets notified that, you know, when I'm knocking the door, it's answered by a female, approximately such and such age and race, who said that the person does not live there. And then I email that to the client, gets that email, and then that's basically all that I can do, because they're not paying for guarantee, they're paying for the attempts. You know, they're for the attempts, not the actual serve. They're paying for the attempts. You're going to see a process server go by here today. He just got out of his car behind me. And you can see him back there. So I'm not going to take the camera in. Oh, you're in Virginia? Okay. Virginia. Are you a process server in Virginia? Yeah, we're serving CHBR Investments LLC and OnStar LLC at their registered agent corporation service company doing business as CSC lawyers. And that's all this place does is accept service of process. That's all they do is accept service of process. All they do is accept service of process. And California has rules about recording people without their consent. It's like a two-party state, so everybody's got to be notified. So that's why I don't take my camera in there, because I don't want to get in trouble. But you know, so some people don't; they just do it anyway. But I don't. I just don't do it. But we're going to end this live stream now. We're going to go serve these documents, log in. Matter of fact, no, I'm not. I'm gonna leave the phone on. You can see how fast I get this done. You'll see how quick I'm in and out to go serve it. So we're gonna go in real quick and come right back out. I'm gonna put the phone down a little bit. Oh, I got another case coming in? Okay, cool. What kind of case is it? What kind of case? Okay, check out the process server. He's getting in next to us now. That's how fast it goes. You go in and you go out. Literally. Wait till he leaves before I go, because I don't want to leave my phone sitting up here like that. Get on out of here. Boom, boom. COVID-19 mask. Divorce? Perfect. Okay, we got a divorce case coming in. Yep. So basically, once I get the email, I'll send an invoice to the client so they can pay it. And we might even go serve that one while we're out. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go serve this. You can see how fast it is. Somebody time me. Somebody time me, see how long, tell me how long it takes. I'm back. How long was that? How long was that? Comment, how long was that? I'm back. I went and served 2 cases that quick. Just under 2 minutes. $125 a pop. Under 2 minutes. $125 a pop. How couldn't you do this in your state too? Literally. Couldn't you do this in your state? Okay, so now we're going to go to our process server software and log the serves in. I'm going to go to our process server software and log these serves in. Okay. Quick and easy. Quick and easy. So we're going to do a new attempt on this company here. Registered agent is who I gave it to. I write the person's name that I gave it to. It's Nicole. And these I don't take pictures because it's a business. It's no big deal here. It's not like the client's not gonna believe that I actually showed up. So we're gonna save this attempt. And now we're gonna go to the other job. And I like to write it on the file too, what I do. 3/31/2022, and the time is 2:40 p.m. And so the other one was OnStar. So we're gonna log the attempt. Registered agent. I write the person's name down that I served it to. Nicole, with her last name. Okay, so now I have emailed the client automatically through the system that the documents were served. So the next step later on will be filling out the proof of service form. But we're gonna work on some marketing. Since we're here, we're gonna work on some marketing. So I'm gonna make a YouTube video real quick as well. I'm gonna upload a YouTube video, just because I haven't done OnStar in a while, so I need to get a video of me serving OnStar, supposedly. Okay, so this is what I do just to market my business. I just document my day. Document my day. Just turn the camera around. Where's the button to take a video? Do you need to serve documents to OnStar LLC in California? Well, my name is Lance Casey, and I'm a California private investigator and process server. And we were hired today by a law firm down in Southern California to serve OnStar's registered agent corporation service company doing business as CSC Lawyers Incorporating Service. And CSC Lawyers is located at 2710 Gateway Oaks Drive, Suite 150N, Sacramento, California, 95833. So if you need to serve documents to OnStar or any other company that CSC Lawyers is their registered agent, click the link below in the description. You'll be redirected to my website where you fill out a little form and I can get your documents served right away. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is upload that video onto one of my YouTube channels. So I go to my phone, you know, it's got the video in here. In California. Well, my name is Lance Casey, and I'm a California private investigator and process server. And we were hired. Okay, it ain't nothing pretty. It's just quick, easy. But I do this every day to make it so that if you type in serving subpoena to that company, OnStar, my video should show up. So now I go to my YouTube channel, my main one for process serving. I've got several YouTube channels, but we're going to go to the one for process serving. Okay, we'll get to that channel. So it's going to be my Lance Casey, private investigator process server channel. And then we're going to upload video. Upload the video. We're going to give it a title: How to Serve a Subpoena to OnStar LLC. That's going to be the title. How to serve a subpoena to OnStar LLC. How to serve a subpoena to OnStar LLC. So you can see, I just typed in that's the title. And then in the description, I'm basically going to put in the same thing. In the description, I'll put the same thing in there. I wonder if I can say it. Let's try that. Do you need to serve a subpoena to OnStar LLC? Period. My name is Lance, and I am a California private investigator and process server. Period. I can serve your legal papers to OnStar LLC's registered agent, corporation service company, doing business in California as CSC Lawyers, Incorporating Service, period. CSC Lawyers is located at 2710 Gateway Oaks Drive, Suite 150N, Sacramento, California, 95833, period. New paragraph. Oh, we typed that in. It's actually, talks to text is actually working. I like it. This makes it simple. To order service of process on CSC Lawyers, click the following link. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go to my website and get the link to my service of process order form. Getting this link, copy the URL, and go to this one here and paste it there. Space, and then put some hashtags in here as well. I'm gonna put OnStar and just see what happens. OnStar. Okay, so they've already got 157 videos in there already. So that's, somebody's already used that as a hashtag. And then I'm gonna put CSC Lawyers Incorporating Service as a hashtag. Okay, so we've got the description in. And then let me see, what else can I do? Public, location, add to playlist, click next. No, it's not made for kids, so we click the no, it's not made for kids, and upload the video. Now the video is uploading. So we're gonna go over here to this next pictures of their emblem, the suite number, so we have some content for this website we're gonna build, because they're just like this location. They accept service and process for lots of companies as well. And so we just want to have some pictures. And they're Paracorp is the name of this company. And they're also located on Gateway Oaks Drive. I'll take the camera into this one because we're not going inside. We're just going to go in the lobby and take a couple pictures real quick. But I'll take the phone with me now, because we're not going to be talking to anybody. And then once, give it a couple minutes for my phone to upload that video. And then what we'll do is we'll go to Google and type in Google to see if the video even shows up in the search results. Because sometimes those videos will show up like within minutes of you putting them into uploading that video. So we'll see what happens with this one. So pull in the parking lot. Find us a place to park. Phone down. All right. Put a mask on. So nobody says nothing funny to me. That's basically, I don't know if the video went through, but we just basically went in and took some pictures. Let me see if I can bring them up here. You know, a picture of the little thing, the dashboard deal. You know, next to the door and then next to the door. So those will be content from my videos and and my websites that I build. And so let's see. Oh, I got 2 more cases coming in. Okay, did I get any emails yet? We get any emails yet? A couple downloaded my book. Okay, I like it. I like it. Yeah, let's get this money. So as soon as my assistant sends me an email forwarding me the client's name and email, then I'll on my cell phone, I'll send them an invoice through QuickBooks and they pay for it. But we're gonna do a search on Google to see if that how to serve a subpoena to what is it, OnStar LLC. See if that pops up yet. A subpoena to OnStar LLC. Let's see what happens. I don't even know if it's uploaded just yet. Oh, look at this. It's already top of the search results in Google. That's what I'm talking about. People were going to want to serve a subpoena. Sometimes they'll search Google how to serve the subpoena, and then you want your information to pop up. Look at that. My video, #1 in the search results. That quick. And I just made the video. Literally just made the video. Do you need to serve documents to OnStar LLC in California? Well, my name is Lance Casey, and I'm a California private investigator. See what I'm saying? Take my course. Once you take that course, how to become a process server, the ins and out of the business, then I'll work with you to get your business so you can show up #1 in the search results too. So people that need to serve documents, I'll help you find that process server niche, because that's the key, is finding that niche. And then you got to work with me. Make sure you follow me on all my social media channels below. Get that free ebook on how to become a process server. That's down below in the description as well. And I'm going to get off this live stream now because I'm getting ready to head on back to the shop to see if we got some more cases. And I might be going live again. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification, because if we get something again that might be good, we'll go out. Because I want you to see serve besides just business. I want you to see me do some people as well, so you can see, you know, what it takes to serve somebody and things like that. But hey, have a great day. Let's get this money.